Make sure you watch your cup out.
This is on GreatMillStone Salvation.
We on the map.
Yeah, it's live, but I mean,
All right, come.
you know what I mean?
All right, Shalom Israel. We'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to you.
Yahawah, BaHaSham, Yahawashi, BaHaSham, Qadash.
Number one to the apostle, that was a great millstone, and shalom to Lek out there, doing this work of faith and labor, love, and true sincerity. All right, and today's topic we're going to get into is mass golf, Esau revealed, man. You know, because brothers was touching on it briefly in camp. You know, just showing that within these last days, you know, as the scripture says, somebody grab that, 2 Thessalonians, that within these last days, Esau is being revealed, you know, for who he actually is. No longer is he going to be able to hide behind, you know, his witchcraft, his treachery, and all his lies, because we're exposing him through the spirit of Yahawashi. And our people are waking up at a very rapid rate, man. And especially when these calamities and all turmoil break loose, and Esau not doing the things which he promised the people, that's when the people really going to see, like, yo, we should have never trusted this guy. But we've been telling you these things through the spirit of Yahawashi, man. You know, so bring that up.
This is 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 7. It says, "For the mystery of iniquity doth already."
Go before then.
Okay, read up, start up top.
Yeah, just start from the top.
This is 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 1. It says, "Now we beseech you, brethren, by the coming of our Lord Yahawashi Mashiach, and by our gathering together unto him, that ye be not soon shaken in mind, or be troubled, neither by spirit, nor by word, nor by letter as from us, as that the day of Mashiach is at hand."
Right, because the day of the Lord is definitely at hand, and you know, brothers just showing us the video, you know, that the apostles was doing, you know, about that quarantine that happened with the plane and all that. So that definitely showed that the day is at hand. But that's not for us to fear. That's for the rest of the world to fear. That's not covered with the spirit of Yahawashi, right? Go ahead.
And it says, "Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first.
Right, and that happened with us falling away as a nation. Go ahead.
And that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition."
Right, that man of sin being revealed. That's why we titled it Mask Off, because we breaking down the stronghold, so therefore we are revealing to everyone who the devil that the Bible speaks of is, man. And it's all according to his track record, man. And people get so hemmed up on the word devil. When you look up the word devil, it comes from the word diablo, which means deceiver, man. You know, so don't get it twisted when we saying the word devil, like he's literally coming out of the ground, or we trying to put some bad name on him. He already got the bad name, man. He had the bad name since the Garden of Eden. So we just proving through the spirit that he is the deceiver, that he is the devil that the Bible speaks of, man. You know?
Real quick, Matthew chapter 7, verse 16 says, "Ye shall know them by their fruits. Do men gather grapes of thorns or figs of thistles?" That's right, man. You know, your fruits going into your works. Okay? You shall know them by their works, man. That's what Yahawashi was going into. And when you look at the so-called white man's track record, you can see that he clearly is the devil, all right? The son of perdition, the throne of iniquity, the border of wickedness, okay? And through everything that he's done to us, it's clear to see, man. And here he is now. He's trying to take. I remember way back when down there in Texas, he tried to take slavery out of the curriculum, okay? By trying to say that we were indentured servants, meaning we got paid. You know, we didn't get. That's a devil for you, man. Okay.
That's Isaiah chapter 25, verse 7. "And he will destroy in this mountain the face of the covering cast over all people, and the veil that is spread over all nations." You know, that's what ultimately Yahawashi is doing. You know, he's currently destroying, you know, in this mountain, because this mountain is a representation of this government. You know, and who is spearheading this government? Esau, the so-called white man. It says, "And he will destroy in this mountain the face of the covering cast over all the people." Because what this devil do, since he's in position of power, he labeled the so-called Negroes, African Americans, Negroes, Afro-Americans, when they're actually Judites. You know, he called the West Indians, he calls them West Indians or Jamaicans or whatever the case may be, but they come from the tribe of Benjamin. Same thing with the so-called Mexicans, the Issacharites. Like, we had biblical names, man. You know, he even calls himself Japheth. You know, he claims himself to be the Egyptians. He claims himself to be the Israelis. You know, so what? He put a covering cast over all the nations just so he can have leverage over the nations. When he's the particular nation in which the Heavenly Father hates, man, and who have no hope for repentance. It says, and he will destroy in this mountain the face of the covering cast over all the people and the veil that is spread over all nations. You know, so it was so easy a caveman could do it. You know, this devil, you know, his strength lied in his lies. You know, it's in his deception. You know, he got the term Illuminati. It's a secret society. All we ask is trust. Why is it a secret? You know, because there's lies that are being promoted, and it held leverage over all the people, to where he can maintain his position in power. And now that the Lord got the elect waking up to the truth of the matter by way of the scriptures, he's being exposed, man. So what? That mask is coming off.
And it's scary when the scary thing about it's a secret is that it's a secret. You don't know what it is, like a dark room. You know, you go into a dark room, it's scary, but what happens when you turn the light on? It's not so scary anymore because you see everything, and that's Esau being revealed now. And this is Jeremiah chapter 49 verse 10. It says, "But I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself." You know, they're going to show that every little thing that this devil does is being blasted out as a inside job, false flag attacks, things like that. You know, even by his own people, fulfilling Psalms the 64th chapter and the 8th verse, their tongue shall fall upon themselves. So this devil is being revealed in everything that he does. Nothing's a secret anymore. Not like how it was back in the day with the Illuminati. Everybody was like, "Ooh, the Illuminati," but now it's common knowledge. It's common knowledge. Any J down the street, we could pull somebody randomly down the street and be like, "You ever heard of an Illuminati?" They could tell you about it. You know. It says, "I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren, and his neighbors, and he is not."
Hey, he's gonna be as he's never been, man. And he's gonna be chased away like a dream, right? Right? That eye shall not see him no more again. You know?
So I it's like your own dome.
Right? We're gonna see where is he? Huh?
Where is
Right? He's gonna be in the back of that milk carton.
Have you seen this man?
Have you seen that man? Right? Real quick, let me just get this real quick, right? This is Job chapter 21, verse 17. How oft is the candle of the wicked put out? How oft cometh their destruction upon them? All right? Exclamation mark. The Most High distribute sorrows in his anger. So the Most High is going to distribute the sorrows in his anger. Right? They are as stubble before the wind. What's that wind? That nuclear destruction, man. Right? And as chaff in the storm carrieth away. You know? So it's going to be 200,000 Sarakanas, man.
Talk about it.
Right? The Most High layeth up his iniquity for his children. Talking about Esau Edom, man.
That's right.
Right? He rewarded him, and he shall know it. Okay? So everything, when this destruction comes, man, it's going to come to mind, man. This is the punishment that I shall receive, man.
Sure.
Right? Right? His eyes shall see his destruction. He shall drink of the wrath of the Almighty. You see? Right? Hey, that's it right there.
I got something for you, precept. Ezekiel chapter 21, verse 31. "And I will pour out my indignation upon thee. I will blow against thee in the fire of my wrath, and deliver thee into the hand of brutish men, and skillful to destroy." And you know that's Esau, man. That dude is skillful to destroy, man. The thief coming not but for to steal and to kill and to destroy, man. All right, he destroys everything in his path. That's why he's the son of perdition.
That's right.
Right? And it says, just ask anybody, man. You guys, any nation, all right? And they'll tell you that. They down there in the South China Sea, trying to say who's and you know, this and that. Dude, you don't even go on over there. Your home is far from there, man.
But real quick, he's spreading himself thin. You know, that's what happened in the Roman Empire, man. You know, you got to take care of home. At home, places deteriorating.
Yeah.
You know, right? Just like how it was in the former Roman Empire, and then they would spread the army too thin, man. It's the same scenario, man. You know,
And that's why the mandatory draft is gonna come back. Cause they too spread out. It's not enough numbers. Every single time we can, you got the bus that drives by, trying to get you to enjoy it and enroll within the Air Force.
right?
You know, a bunch of Jakes think that's the last thing you're worried about is joining in the damn Air Force, man. You know? And then they got the commercials every single day about joining in the Marines or be a warrior for your country because their numbers are low.
Hey, and you pee on Edomites, man. You got a problem with the way things are going in America? You want to uphold this place, man? Hey, join. Hey, get suited and booted and get out there, man.
Right.
Go fight for your country, man. Go fight for them. You sit here and want to feel some kind of way. Defend your country, man. Go out there and get you out to get fighting and be prepared to get destroyed, man. 2 Corinthians 13.
I got some.
One more verse real quick.
Okay.
So it says, verse 32, thou shalt be fuel to the fire.
That's right.
Thy blood shall be in the midst of the land. Thou shalt be no more remembered, for I, the Lord, have spoken.
Damn.
Real quick, fuel for the fire, man. That's like you starting trying to barbecue.
Yeah.
You know, you got to get the little wood started.
Yeah.
You know, and sometimes you might have to cut corners and put a little newspaper in there, try to get it started. Try to, you know, and then it's gonna be fuel for the fire, man.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, the scriptures say if they be multiplied,
For the sword.
for the sword, man. You know. God, bro.
Yeah. This is Isaiah chapter 28, verse 15. Because ye have said, we have made a covenant with death, and with hell are we at agreement. When the overflowing scourge shall pass through, it shall not come unto us. For we have made lies our refuge, and under falsehood have we hid ourselves. That's what you devils say, man. You know what I'm saying? That's how you devils feel. You feel like you're protected by way of your lies. You feel like you're protected from this destruction. Because why? The Lord put it in your mind as if you were in control of the destruction. You know, here it is, you got these thermonuclear missiles being built, and you think you're in charge of them. The Lord got 200 million missiles that's going to lay this place desolate, man. You know, and here it is, you got these bunkers, you know, you got the space stations and everything set up. You got your mansions in the mountains, you know, thinking that it's going to be a safe haven unto you. But when that day comes and the Lord is coming to require your life and to drag your ass into captivity with fetters and chains of iron, you're going to be wondering, damn, where did we go wrong? What mistake, how did they find this out? How did they even know we were dwelling here? Because why? The Lord said, first and foremost, I will destroy him with the spirit of my mouth, then with the brightness of my coming. So Esau's being destroyed inside and out in this current moment. That's why he got something called the kill switch bill, man. You know, and he's going to do away with the internet. And he's starting off with these peons like Alex Jones. But we know who the big fish really is.
That's right.
The big fish is Yahawashi, man. The big fish is this truth being published throughout the four corners of the globe. The Lord said, for this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world, then shall the end come. You devils know it. You feel it. You have the nightmares about it. That's why you're trying to do everything to stop it. You know, but you can't do nothing against the truth, only for it, man. So your lies are being revealed, man.
Right. I got it.
And it's exposing your weak nature.
Oh, he froze?
No.
I got a precept real quick. This is Micah chapter 2, verse 1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hands. It says, and they covet fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man in his house, even a man in his heritage. And at this point in time, this is why World War III is growing up. And this is why America's allies are going against America. Like you have the Brexit, because like going into the lesson, Esau, Esau is being revealed. Also known as what? Mask off, man. You know, everybody's saying, okay, oh, he did that to you, he did that to me. You know what I'm saying? you know, like they say, my enemy's enemy is my friend. You know, so that's the time we coming into, man.
When you go into that Brexit, that's just short for Britain exiting
Yeah,
that EU.
that's right.
You know, and they're one of the more aside from Germany, one of the stronger economies, man. So once they finally do break away, I mean, it's gonna start imploding, man.
Hey man, if I can add, man, because it said that they covered fields, man. Okay? And that's talking about Esau, you so-called white people, man. When you watch Hell on Wheels about how America was, you know, being established, it was all about coveting fields, man. You coveted all of God's land. You wanted it, man. Okay? And then you raped, robbed, murdered, and with deceit, obtained it, man. Alright? And here it is, man, with it saying that you covered it after fields. Alright? I mean, you lusted for it. Hey, that's even out there with California. You covered in California because you saw that there was a lot of gold over there. So nobody can tell me that that's not talking about you so-called white people, man. And now you may have irregular six-pack Joes that's laughing and that say, look, that I ain't have nothing to do with it. But guess what? It's something called a two-time loser. Alright? You lost on this side, and then you gotta lose even worse on the other side when we come back into rulership, man. Alright, because the Amalekites, alright, which is the leader of your nation, alright, of the Edomites, they threw you under the bus and they took your riches that they were supposed to share. That's why in Psalms 83, it mentions Edom, and as you keep going down, it mentions Amalek again. Alright, to go, and it's all the spirit because it goes to show you that really you're all the same people, but at the same time, it's like you disdain yourself from them, man. Alright, because you do disdain yourself from the so-called Jews, man. Alright, but at the end of the day, man, that's what's going to you so-called white people, man. And that's also why the scriptures say, remove not the ancient landmark, the ancient landmark, man.
Sure.
And since you covered it so much, you say, oh, well, look, we're gonna, well, the Spaniards, all right, first off, they held the Issachar's land, and then they took the land from the Spaniards, which was originally Issachar's anyway, man. Okay, so that's all they do is covet lands, all right, and they come to steal and to kill and to rob, man. And you two-time losers are just collateral damage, man. Don't get mad at us. That's how the Lord drew it up, man. All right, so fuck you devils, man.
Hey, and those peons, those low-level Edomites, man, when you originally had the gold rush, okay, when it was going out there in droves and had the little pan and the thing, wait, the elites got the bulk of the gold. You just getting a little drippings of it, man.
Yeah.
That's what they was doing. It was going in the creeks and shuffling, trying to find a little piece of gold. The bulk of the gold was gone already.
Right.
You see, this is how you know you wasn't getting a piece of the pie, man. And now you're mad about it, man. This is why the Lord has you exposing your own people, man. You know, but you're all going down.
Hey, did anybody bring out 2 Thessalonians?
Yeah.
Oh,
Did you finish it though?
No, I think it was a little, yeah, I mean, it's definitely more.
Verses on that.
But and real quick, man,
Break it down, huh? You
Oh,
break it
okay,
down
okay.
and get right to it.
and that's why America feels like they owe those so-called Israelis, man. You know, because really the elites, all right, which are Amalekites anyhow, they chose England to spring BaHaSham anyhow. They chose England to rule, man, because they backed them with their riches, man. All right, because here in America you had the French Indian War, all right, where England was going against France, and then England was going against Spain for land. But England will always win. Why? Because the Amalekites and so-called damn Israelis, man, or the so-called Jews was ultimately backing them, man. Okay, which is the elites, man. All right, so really they chose England, okay, which is already written in scriptures, all right, because it says your mother's gonna get mad at you, all right, which is going to Babylon, all right, which is America. So really, and that's why they gotta repay back all them Israelis, man. Right, but this going back to 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 3. It says, let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition.
And that man of sin is Esau, which we know, man, and which is being established today. You know, which is being established today. Everybody is knowing who Esau Edom. Remember, there was a video where brothers were sharing, and there was a dude in like CBS, and he had a little altercation with the worker there, the Edomite, and he was just like, you Esau, Edom.
Oh yeah,
You know what I'm talking about? So even niggas know who these devils are. You know, so the world is knowing who you Edomites are, man. And that was part of prophecy that what? You will be revealed in your time. And we're in that time now. You know, you ruled as the Romans, all right? And then what? You came back as calling yourself here American or Europeans, you know? But guess what? You're going to be revealed in this time to know that, everyone to know that you are the devil that the Bible speaks of. You is that man that had a continued stroke, you know, that covered houses and covered fields. You know, the man of sin, the son of perdition, the boy of wickedness, the devil, the serpent. You know?
Let's call him his biblical name, the name he's running from. Esau.
Esau.
Hey, because, hey, we're going to read the definition in the Bible, the John Event Bible Dictionary. Y'all go ahead.
He got it up.
And it says, who opposeth and exalted himself above all that is called the Most High.
So that's talking about a man. That's not talking about demon, spiritual Satan, the Lord's angel on the left-hand side, the top angel on the left. That's talking about a man. What man in the earth is actually exalting himself above all, man? What nation? What man? Right. Esau. That's why he paint the pictures. Hey, this is why everybody in the world is praising Jesus Christ. And when they have a character, it's blurry. And it's Satan, motherfucker. And this is how you know he ruled. This is how you know he set himself. He exalted himself above all because his depiction of the Savior in the Bible is all over the world. Yeah. Even the Goots, the Moabites, and they want to be Christians, they're praising what? Serapis Christus, the Cesare Borgia image. Right. You know? So you that man. You that dude. Hey, you know how the 50 Cent said, because in the kingdom, we going to say, what? In high school, you was the man, homie. What happened to you? How you was saying earlier, like, you know, who that, you know what I mean? Yeah. You got it out.
Yep. And it says, and exalted himself above all that is called the Most High, or that is worshipped, so that he, as the Most High, sitteth in the temple of the Most High.
He want to sit in the temple of the Most High. Right. How does this devil want to sit in the temple? First off, what is the temple of the Most High? Is that the building structure? Is that the synagogue? Is that the Jewish worship temple place? Is that the built with hands? I think not. All right. He wants to sit in the temple of the Most High, which the scriptures in 1 Corinthians 3, he tells you what? Ye are the temple of the Most High, meaning the Israelites, the Lord's people. And how did he want to sit in that temple, sit in our bodies? Is by the way of the RFID microchip, man. You know?
Hey, when you go back to the Roman Catholic Church, also, man, they set themselves up as priests and popes. You know, that's not your office. You know, you see, you taking what happened with the when you go into the Russian icons, man. Okay, it's showing you who the saints were. You know, but what it was is that you took over those seats, man. You know, and you set yourselves up as being the people of the Lord, man. And you're heading that congregation, man. You know.
Hey, see, you Edomites, you wanted to, you was proud. You wanted to be the face of the Bible. So guess what? You're gonna catch that L when the Lord get back because his. You know, because here it is, he trumped himself. And now they're backtracking. You got these elites, they're probably backtracking like, oh, I wish we could have did it different. Because now that the truth is out, everything is, you're trying to hide stuff. Before, let's say 15 years ago or 10 years ago, YouTube was blossom. It was just flourishing with information, videos, Edomites doing old videos and stuff. And you'd be like, oh, yo, look at that. And you get filtered through the scriptures. Now everything is restricted. They taken out of the algorithm. You looking it up, they deleted it from the main source channel. Then they copyright everybody else that had it on their channel. Like you devils, now all of a sudden you trumped yourself, but now all of a sudden you want to, try to hide things. Well, guess what? You added and you took away the scriptures. And that's why it's perfect that the Lord said in Obadiah, he gonna take you, round you up, and burn you off the face of the earth.
That's right. real quick too, because even with certain features on YouTube, because before, like, and that goes to show that this truth holds so much power, because now you devils got to take away certain features from YouTube. Because I remember when I was coming in, on your feed, if say for example I'm subscribed to you, I'm able to see what video you liked.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So I'll go
Yeah.
check out that video because you liked it.
Yeah.
So what the word was spreading, but
it was too much.
it was too much for this devil.
Yeah.
So now he had to take away that feature.
Exactly.
Well, it's still there, but brothers ain't really all into it. They just do their works.
Mhm.
Cause I got it on mine. I added it just in case. You know what I'm saying? Just
Right.
if you want to make your page neat through desktop,
Mhm.
that's when you could go through and see that stuff.
Okay.
But like you said,
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying? They took away that feature. Another thing that now when you create a channel, you automatically not showing your subscription to your subscribers who you subscribe to. So if you subscribe to me, and I'll be like, all right, let me see who subscribed to me and just want to check, you know, because it's the new channel, you know, I'm looking at, like I got 100-some subscribers, so I go look, and it's 100-some subscribers, which would be jumping up and down crazy.
Yeah.
But here it is, I can't see nobody subscribe to me because it says every subscription is private. I said everybody can't be private.
No.
Everybody can't be private. You know what I'm saying? I thought you hear that you can go into it and make it private,
Yeah.
but now, how you just said, it's automatically now. And bro, you know, brothers, you don't care. You don't be going through all that.
Yeah.
Just do your videos. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's crazy.
And you regular Edomites out there, man, just also with the books that are out there with the truth in it, man.
Yeah.
How come they cost so much money?
Right.
You know, the Russian icons, $2,000. So what you have a regular so-called Edomite? What makes you have that as the going rate, man? What is in that book that has a book, okay, where brothers bought it for pennies on the dollar, to now it's $3,000? What makes that the going rate?
Yeah.
Okay, what is in that book that makes it the going rate to where a book will cost $3,000? See?
Not only that, why, if you purchase that book, you're labeled a terrorist.
Man, is it?
Why?
You see?
Right?
Right?
Madman.
Mhm.
Because he don't want to be exposed, really, essentially. You know, because the truth, you know, it's going to expose, because like they say, if you want to hide anything from a black man, put it in a book. You know what I'm saying?
And that was an old Edomite saying,
Yeah.
you know, that trickled down to where, you know, hey, that was a proverb against us.
Yeah.
It's a proverb.
And why is that saying so powerful? It is, we understand to be that so real.
Yeah.
Because in slavery, they didn't want us to read
Yeah,
it.
you got killed.
Yeah, but when you go before slavery, we was in, you know, we was in the west coast of Africa, and before Africa, we was in Israel. Our people were scholars.
Right.
That's all we did was perfect craft, you know, reading the laws, the records. That's what we did. But all of a sudden, through slavery here in the Western world, you know, you put something in the book, hey, that hides it from Jake, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had the first university over there when we was in the west coast of Africa, man, Timbuktu, man.
Mm.
The first university ever, man. Esau ain't know nothing about all of this stuff, man. He got all this knowledge and stole it from us, man. He created it in his own wicked fashion, man. You know?
Real. Go ahead, brother.
Well, just to land back on the brother, like what you were saying, was that about Timbuktu. But let Esau Edom tell a story. Oh, we were swinging from trees. Oh yeah, in the jungle. You know.
Yeah.
But when you look up the makeup of Africa, very little of that land was jungle. It's jungle.
Exactly. It's
Really.
a civilization.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You know. That's it.
That's what Esau pushes.
And this is why you're running from your name, right? Because this is the Zondervan Bible Compact Dictionary, right? And this is the last paragraph of Edom. It says, Edom figures prominently in the prophetic scriptures as the scene of great future judgments. She is the only neighbor of the Israelites who was not given any promise of mercy from Yahawah. You know, so here it is. You got the Hamites, they gonna get some mercy after 1,000 years of captivity. You know, the Ishmaelites, you know, the Moabites, the Ammonites, Japhites, all them other nations, they gonna have mercy. The Lord gonna put them back in their land. But you Edomites are gonna be burnt off of the face of the earth, man. Your pigment is not gonna be noticed. You don't have any land. Syria is gonna be a possession. You know? So you have, and that's why you're running from the term and the name Esau and Edom.
Hey, but they want to talk about Jake when Jake go on a run from, you know what I mean? If Jake got a warrant out, they say you want to run.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to run for the Lord for thousands of years, man. You the fugitive. You the vagabond, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like your ass up and put you in chains for violating your probation, motherfucker.
Identity theft, identity fraud.
Word.
Hey, everything this devil do, he conquers a people, and you know, you take down the people. You know, you got the power of the Lord with you. Got the people in your grips. You taking over the land, taking over their resources. But why the hell do you want to become them people?
Right.
That don't even make sense. You obviously best them, so they should come to your likings. But because you have no foundation, you have no place to go, you establish yourself as these people. You sitting in their throne, holding on to their traditions, and then through time, all of a sudden, you was those people. This motherfucking devil, man. This devil, man. Yo, that's not a mask off, man.
Hey, because you gotta look at it, right? Like, as an older brother, right? You supposed to be setting an example.
Right.
But yet, you gotta look at your younger brother for everything and steal everything for him because you jealous of him, right? Just like when you watch the, everybody know the hood classic movie, Sugar Hill.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Wesley Snipes and boy Eddie Kane. You know what I'm saying? And Eddie Kane in that movie, he was like, you, my younger brother, always looked up to you. You know what I'm saying? And he was always jealous of that, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So then what happened at the end, he wound up trying to shoot his girl and wound up paralyzing his brother, man. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, this is the same scenario. You just hating on us, so you trying to do everything to paralyze us, man, from getting back to the Heavenly Father, man. Because you wasn't chosen, man. Because you wanted to give up your birthright and give up your blessing, man. Because you was a weak-ass individual, man.
Hey, Grillco, I got a precept for you, and this is also a cut to those Christians, so-called Christians. Well, you got Israelites that's in a Gentile frame of mind, and they're fighting for Esau, and they say Esau is our brother. This is why we can't hate him. Abhor not an Edomite. You know, this is Malachi chapter 1 verse 1. The burden of the word of the Lord Yahawah to Israel by Malachi. I have loved you, saith the Lord Yahawah. Yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother?
At one point in time.
It says, saith the Lord, yet I loved Jacob, and I hated Esau, and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness.
Hey, so stop being mad because daddy don't love you. It's not our fault. It's not our fault daddy don't love you. You fucked up. You know what I'm saying?
We the good son.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Good son, don't Macaulay Culkin. You know what I'm saying? Don't be mad because daddy don't love you, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, go
look,
crawl up under a rock.
Yeah, look at Esau. Look at your, you Edomites, look at your mindset. Everything deals carnally, man. You know, you're trying to carnally create devices so that you can live forever because you heard about the men of the Lord living forever. You heard about, the kingdom for them. Well, you're going to try to establish the kingdom forever for you while you have it. Yeah. But that's why Yahawashi got to come and meet you, man. He got to meet you, and establish terms in the earth, all right, for where you stand, Yeah.
Hey, man, you can only live out your vision through a green screen, man.
Dang.
Through your movies. That's where you can get your satisfaction. That's where it stops. After the director says cut, that's it.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Esau, just like Satan works for the Most High. We understand that. All right? Satan was created for the wicked. So when you wicked and you evil, the Lord sent evil angels amongst you. Now here it is. Esau, his God is Satan, but Satan works for the Most High. But here it is. His foundation is the scriptures, but he goes backwards. He does everything backwards. You're the adversary. You're contrary of the Lord. And you want to make things yours. You want to steal from the Lord. So here it is. He created movies. And with his movies, he got characters and actors. And he give them what? Scripts.
Yeah.
So here it is. creates his Bible through his movies.
Exactly.
And then people go to these movies and they, you know, this devil's sick, man.
Yeah.
He's coming for, hey, this devil's so, he's so mad. You know how they use the term mad in London? He's so mad that he thinks he's gonna strip the Most High from his power. That's crazy, man.
Man. You mad because you didn't get the role you want, so you trying to recreate the whole goddamn script.
Yeah.
And trying to beat everybody in the goddamn script. What type of shit is that, man? I'll play his role, I'll play his role, I'll play his role. Man, fuck all y'all. You do all this shit on my own.
And on top of that, though, everybody got an English accent. You want to be the Israelites, you want to be the Egyptians, and everybody they got a British accent.
British accent. That's crazy.
Come on, where is that coming from, man?
You're not even European, man.
Yeah, right?
Who are you?
You got no identity. That's crazy. How you have no identity, man?
Damn.
No fucking identity. You don't know who the fuck you are.
Yeah, that's true.
Period, man. That
That's
shit is crazy, man.
Hey, you're not the British. We the original British anyway, man.
Yeah.
Because British goes back to the word BaHaSham, which means man of the covenant, right? BaHaSham, British. That's originally a Hebrew word. So you're not even the fucking British, man. You're not even the Europeans, man. You don't know who you are. And that's why we here to tell you, man, that you Esau. We know who you are, man.
Hey, and this all makes perfect sense, right? Why Edomites have the highest suicide rates?
Yeah.
Because they have no identity. They don't know who the fuck they are, and daddy don't love you.
Yeah, they don't like you.
It's simple, man.
Hey, that's why they children act like that. You can go on YouTube right now. I was watching this with my children. I was watching this with them because I was showing them, you know, they into the video game, and I'm like, look, let me show y'all what certain, you know, these Edomites do to their children. And you know, it's compilations on where children it's compilations where children act out when their parents destroy they Xbox and all that shit. And you see these kids freaking the hell out, no! And they look so weak, so weakling and so, you know, they don't have no type of masculinity. And he destroys, he smash it. Thank you, get a job. You know? And he's sitting there like this is the end of the world. Oh! That shit funny as hell, man. You see those children, you see Esau acting out, he in the room, fuck you, Dad! Ah! Like he do a demon look, and he make this, he be so mad, but he can't do shit. He can't put his hands on his pops because he can't beat his pops. And then he just go in the hallway, turn the camera off, and then he just go in the hallway. He make this distinctive voice like a demon, like a beast, like ah, like a fucking weird ass sound, and you know what I'm saying, to let it out, to let it stress out. It's like, look at these degenerate ass creatures, man. You know?
And it's gonna be shown. It's gonna be shown that you can't handle adversity, man. You see, okay. Even right now, when this place is somewhat intact, you know, they got these help signs on the bridges. Because Esau Edom likes to go to the bridges and jump off them. So it's like, you know, before you do it, call us, you know, we can help. That's a sign that's on these bridges, man. You know?
Suicide hotline.
Yeah, suicide hotlines, man. It's real, man. You know what I'm saying? This is something that us Jakes, man, we just already do with adversity because we're put in this position by the Most High, not by you Edomites, man.
Right.
Okay? It's really through the power of Yahawah Yahawashi, man, for our iniquities, man.
Hey.
But the thing that we're not paying attention to is when they hit adversity, though, is that they have these hotlines to help each other, man. And it's something that we overlook, man. You know?
Hey, another thing too, what we went through and what we're going through now, Jake don't need a therapist. He don't actually. If you see Jake with his wife going to a Edomite, a therapist, and paying for it, he's just following after Esau. We don't need that stuff that they put on these programs. And Jake think, oh, we gonna go to a therapist to hold our marriage down. No, you figure it out. We figure things out. When Esau, you know, I was gonna say this too, before I forget. In the kingdom, the Most High gonna have to say, he's gonna have to put a spirit on Edom so that they can withstand the judgment. Because it's gonna be double unto them.
Yeah.
You see now they're crying, you know, you see how weak they are now. And really, if you strip them from their military, you strip them from, you know, the money part, the military, and all his power. You already, like, even with all that you have, you're still weak. You only have those behind you. You have that power behind you from the military and the money and your guns, your technology, and that makes you strong. But physically, one-on-one, you're not strong. You know what I'm saying? You're weak people. You're degenerate people. So I'm just thinking in the kingdom, doing double unto them. How are they going to handle that? We're gonna have to have the power to destroy them and then bring them back, because the first part, the beginning of the kingdom, how? But the eyes know, ear have heard. What's this? The Lord gotta have to put a special spirit out here, man. You know.
Well, they're gonna seek death, but they shall not find it.
Ooh.
Yeah, I imagine it being like Kenny from South Park, man. You know, they'll get put to death, wake up in the hole the next day. Because here it is, Esau with these Arabs, what they'll do is when they torture them, they'll put two shots on zzz, whatever, and then they're like, whatever, right? But then they'll inject adrenaline in them to prolong it, man. To prolong the torture. You are a damn devil, man. So how are we gonna double that? Look, you just gonna wake up the next day, man. Something to that nature, like brother was saying.
It's gonna be like what's that movie? Groundhog Day.
Oh, God.
You know, go through a whole bunch of hell and then just wake up in the morning to the radio like, well, it's gonna be worse than that. But
Yeah, hey,
That's our life right now.
well, I forgot the name of the movie I made mention in camp. With Tom Cruise.
What's it called?
With Tom
Edge of
Cruise.
Tomorrow.
The Edge of Tomorrow. Now it sucked because he died and he died a gruesome death, like grievous deaths multiple times, but he had to come back and do it again. So Esau, they're gonna dread that, man. Here it is, you go through this hard captivity and then you die. That's rest. But then you wake up, like you said, back in the beginning, sun come up and you like, there's no way I'm here again. No way I'm back in the same line. I'm in the same line, fouling line, chin up, screamed in your face. You know? Oh man, yo, you devils got it coming, man.
Perfect. That just struck a chord in the spirit. Bring that out, brother. Please bring that out.
Sorry, the top.
6 and 6. Start from right there.
Oh, okay, got you.
Yeah, bring out what we normally bring out.
Second Ezra 6, verse 6. Then did I consider these things.
Sweet music. Let's go.
Sweet chimney.
Sweet music. What's on the floor?
Yeah, fucking.
Alright, second Ezra chapter 6 and verse 6. It says, Then did I consider these things, and they that were made through me alone and through none other. By me also they shall be ended, and by none other. Then answered I and said, What shall be the parting asunder of the times? Or when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that follow?
Oh, when shall be the end of now and the beginning of it that follow? What movie did you just mention?
What was it? The Edge?
The Edge of Tomorrow, right? Okay, let's go.
And he said unto me,
The Edge.
Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the hill of Esau.
Okay, so as soon as that took place, go ahead.
For Esau is the end of the world.
Esau is the end of the world, meaning what? This world, this current day.
Right.
So is he not on the edge? Go ahead.
It says, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth.
And Jacob is the beginning of it that follows.
Okay.
What day we in? We in what the 12th and the 13,000 year of this world, right? So when this day is over, according to how our brothers did, you know what I'm saying, Issachar and them being the Mayans, they knew that this was an age. Meaning what? This is like a day. You know what I'm saying? So when this day rolled over and we on the edge of that next day, the edge of tomorrow, Esau knows he's on the edge of tomorrow and he don't want it to go into tomorrow, man. You know what I'm saying? Because he know that process is going to happen. Just like you said, we're going to be killing them, bringing them back, killing them, bringing them back. They scared of being on the edge of tomorrow, man. Tomorrow represents us, man, the kingdom, man. Yahawashi, man. They fear that, man.
And that's the also the word world, and the meaning of this of what you're bringing out is the rulership, eon.
Yeah,
which is rulership, age. Yeah,
exactly.
There used to be a soap opera called The Edge of Night.
Mm.
You know, and
I think
everybody Rakim, just so you know the ledge.
Hey, I think there's a rock and roll song say, "You living on the edge." You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, some shit like I heard.
He said the attitude shall
Rock and
mark.
roll shit.
Okay, good, bring it up.
It's 2 Peter's chapter 1 verse 19. We have also a more sure word of prophecy,
Talk about it.
whereunto ye do well that ye take heed, as unto a light that shineth in a dark place. Until the day dawn and the day star arise in your hearts. Knowing this first, that no prophecy of the scripture is of any private interpretation. For the prophecy came not in old time by the will of men, but holy men of God as they were moved by the Holy Spirit.
Exactly, man. To that day star coming, that day star represents Yahawashi, and that represents the dawning of our era, man. The dawning of our rulership, man. You can't get around these scriptures, man. They smacking your ass all around, man. Bitch smacking you, Esau.
And this is why he's on this campaign of taking down certain individuals and their whole platform.
Exactly.
You know, because of famine of the word. It's all geared toward us. They need they call themselves having a righteous validation to stop us. You know, because they're gonna say, well, it's not just y'all. Because if they just attacked us, that'll make everybody else would say, well, what the hell they was talking about?
Right.
What the hell? They must have been. It was I can't even hear them no more. What was that they was doing to make them, you know what I'm saying? But if they say, let's get Alex Jones, let's get Louis Farrakhan, let's start with the major, popular, and then get y'all down the sweep.
Exactly.
It's like, look, y'all wasn't nothing anyway.
Exactly.
Nobody listened to y'all. Yeah.
And plus it's gonna piss off Edomites because they always like to say, you can't be white no more in America. You know, they like to say things like, only white people can be racist. You know, so now when he comes down and takes down like Alex Jones' channel and stuff like that, Edomites are gonna be the uproar. Okay, but really that's gonna give them leeway to come attack us because that's really the distraction, man. Esau always has to set up distractions first to really do what they want to do, man. So hey, Esau's a wicked ass dude. But I got a quick scripture, Psalms chapter 64, and I'm gonna start at verse 6. It says, "They search out iniquities; they accomplish a diligent search. Both the inward thought of every one of them, and the heart is deep."
Talk about it.
And their heart is deep, man. Their heart is deep, man. Esau he thinks he got think tanks. He got Edomites with that he'll call with brilliant minds.
Focus groups.
You know, he'll set up in a college with prestige, where only Edomites can be there, and these guys are probably the future of skulls and bones and the seekers, the recruits, and he'll give them this prolific speech, speak to them, and then it's supposed to have them, add to that. And then they'll look at this guy, this Edomite, and go, yeah, he's great. He's a great guy. And it's all to destroy the world.
Basically.
Like Bill Gates. Remember he had the seminar? He was like, look, he was telling them the plans that they wanted to do. They want to, depopulate the world. And you got people just clapping like everything's cool.
Hey, I remember the year, I think it was back in probably 2010 or 9. So, excuse me, no. It was a couple of years ago, but I remember Esau was recruiting hackers. There was hackers getting caught up, doing shit, getting into the government's business on computers. And instead of them locking them up, throwing away the key, they was recruiting them.
Right.
And they working for them now. And this is why you got Facebook booming. You got Instagram booming. Because it's not just Zuckerberg, the found the face of Facebook, but he has a think tank. He has other people around him that thought of the process of, of doing this will of media, And
the movie that shows you that is that movie Shadows Recruit.
Yeah.
It show you how the government, handpicks individuals who are known for hacking, to further their agenda.
The movie too with when he was stealing checks. What's his name?
Oh, Catch Me If You Can? Is that one?
Yeah, with what's his name? Leonardo DiCaprio. Yeah. Then they recruit him at the end. He got a job.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Everybody got pizza?
Yeah, because I seen something. I was trying to find this post, but I had seen something the other day, and they were showing like I forget the exact amount of money, but it was some odd millions, some crazy amount of millions that the U.S. government spent on fake Al Qaeda footage to make shit look like they was really doing shit. You know what I'm saying? They had the proof and all of that shit in the video. I was trying to look for it, but I can't find it or whatever. Man. Just to show you, they go out of their way to try to stage everything. That's why before was it Saddam Hussein? They killed him. Whatever he said. What? He was talking about Bush, and he's like, this has all been set up.
It's a mass destruction.
Yeah, he said it was set up by Bush. He's a great actor. I forget exactly what he said. You know what I'm saying? But he said Bush set up a stage, or he's a great actor, or something to that effect.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Before they took him out and shit. You know what I'm saying? And that just goes to show you that everything that America do is nothing but one big act. They put on this. It's a play to them, man.
Hey,
You know what I'm saying?
they used the green screen back in the 70s when they so-called went to the moon.
Exactly.
And we didn't know nothing about it. It was black and white TV back then.
Yeah. And then that guy, Neil Armstrong, whatever, he still never physically admitted that they went up there. He actually said that they didn't go up there. And there's videos out there of him saying that
The
shit. man.
Jewish Holocaust.
All of that fake shit.
You know, I forgot it was a video. I wish I could find it. I don't know if they took it down, but it was a guy that they was interviewing media, and they was coming at this guy hard because he was telling the truth. He said that shit was fake. He was talking about how the Jewish Holocaust had never happened. And it was like, how do you say it never happened? Look at these people. Look at they had stamps on their arms, and he was like, it never happened. And he was just confident with it, telling them. You know, but they, you know, to the public eye that doesn't know these things, they say, oh, that guy's crazy.
Exactly.
Job 13:4, but ye are forgers of lies. Ye are all physicians of no value.
Hey, real quick, sorry to cut you off. And it's a movie. It was on Netflix. The movie kind of ass, so I really don't request anybody to see it. But it was with what's the guy name? Michael. The one that played in what's the movie with the babies? Talk.
Look Who's Talking?
Yeah, Look Who's Talking. John Travolta.
Oh, John Travolta.
John Travolta. Him.
Oh,
You know what
Oh,
I'm
man,
saying?
his movies.
He was in a movie on Netflix, and the movie was called Forger, because he used to forge pennies, and that automatically made me think of what Maccabees 3 and 48 laid open the book of the law, where he just so fit the penny like this around images, because he was a forger. He used to forge real paintings and stuff like that and make it look like the real thing. You know what I'm saying? So hey, they are forgers of lies. He had the movie Forger. You know what I'm saying?
Well, shit. Esau in the Renaissance, you know, we just talking about it. He take over a nation, a country, a land, and then he forged himself to be those people. So then now, when you look at 100 or 200, 300, 500 years later, or whatever, 1,000 years later, the history you getting is that he was there.
Right.
He was those people. The hell out of here.
Like I remember coming up in school, you know what I'm saying, 4th and 5th grade and shit like that. And you know, I was king of school because you just taught that learning is good. You want to be smart, you want to grow up, and you want to get into knowledge. And I was, social studies and all that. Then learning the history. Then I'm like, I want to learn about the forefathers. Then now I realize, this ain't my motherfucking forefathers. This goddamn devils, man. All this bullshit that took us all this time, wasting years of our life. School is a fucking waste of time, man. A waste of time, man.
Hey, that's why Jake looks so foolish when you see a Jake, so-called Negro or Hispanic, and he up here talking about the founding forefathers, and we got like they're not your forefathers.
Look, once you learn percentages in school,
You don't need nothing.
drop out.
You don't need nothing else.
Drop out.
Multiplication, division, percentages. What the fuck? I don't need with all that X, Y, Z shit. Man. I ain't no fucking chemistry.
Algebra, engineering.
Yeah.
Fractions.
Let's talk the founding forefathers had your ass in slavery, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. They the ones who set up all of this stuff dealing with the constitutional laws and all this type of stuff like that. And constantly how people always thinking Abraham Lincoln, if I could find a clip, but when I upload it, Abraham Lincoln so-called freed the slaves and all of that. Right. When he set up, he stopped involuntary servitude and set up voluntary servitude, man, by making you think you free, by setting the so-called slaves free and saying, okay, well, if you need a place to stay and all of this, you could work for it, blah, blah, blah. That way they still have some type of control over you. But little do people even know that the slave owners, they got reparations for freeing their slaves, man. And people don't even know that shit, man. Because what reparations, as we got into in camp, is repairing the damage for something that has been lost or done to you. So for them losing out their money on their slaves because they couldn't keep the control of power, they said, yo, we're gonna set this up to make sure y'all all right when the slaves leave y'all. I'll pay y'all $300 every slave owner if you let your slaves go. That's what the deal was, man.
Hey, and we check it out even today, man. These fucking jobs, they kill the essence of faith. Because we as Israelites, we lived off of the land.
That's right.
We have to have faith in the Lord that He will yield forth
The
fruit
crops,
unto
all
us,
that.
the crops unto us. You know what I'm saying? Here it is, you got a 9 to 5. Essentially, you're not living off of the land. You know what I'm saying? You're not solely relying on the Lord to provide for you.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, that whole 9 to 5 thing, slavery, it's taking away that element of faith, man. You know?
And they really got built. So
No, they good.
really that build really all it did was just build more house niggas, man. Because
Yeah,
back down
definitely.
there in the South, if somebody was coming with a rebellion amongst our people, you know, they'll say, yo, master treat me good, man. You know, get around here with that cho, man. He gives us food, gives us sleep.
Get around him with that trouble.
Yeah. But guess what? Now, up north, master treating everybody good, man. Because you could pick what food you want to eat. At the end of the day, you're still a damn slave, man. It's just that master's so-called treating you good. That's why the scriptures say is Israel a homeborn slave. Just because Esau's treating you good now, don't mean, hey, like it says in Baruch, we are yet this day remain in our captivity, man. Because we subject unto payments. So just because they came with a new scheme to give you a little bit more freedoms, a little bit more pay in your pocket, which helps them in return sleep better at night. They don't got to worry about a bunch of so-called Negroes killing their ass like Nat Turner. All right, so in return, and guess what? There's no price for a peace of mind, man. So they give you a little bit of freedom so they can sleep a little easier at night. Hey, then it's all square at the end of the day, man. So all I did was, in return, create more fucking house niggas, man. And that's what you see all these fucking house niggas out here, man.
Hey, and that goes into that Tommy Davidson movie that he did some years back when to stop Jake from rebelling, they gave him more jobs. I forgot the name of that movie though.
Damn.
You know, it might have been Hollywood Shuffle, maybe. If I'm not mistaken, that might have been the movie. You know, when Jake was trying to rebel, and then they were trying to go up to to go to the white man, and then all of a sudden the white man gave him more jobs, and everything was good. You know.
Hey, you know something too? You were speaking. I was thinking too that Israel is at a so low right now that it's reasonable why the Lord said He's held him a cluster of great men. You know, which He called that grape unto Himself, because when you look at our people, you know, when you look at them, it's with these niggas around here, it's not even about money. And the new word now is clout. It's all about the drug is fame. It was all right. Oh, you see a guy doing things for money, but now it's not even about money. These niggas these little kids out here, they not really. They ain't on a destined and a thirst trip of money. They on a thirst trip of fame, clout. That's why every time I do a video, and girls, they think the camera facing them and they do stupid shit in front of the camera like, and do all this, and it's so disrespectful. It's like, yo, you don't have no courtesy of what I'm even talking about. You just want to be seen on camera. And because of this social media shit, that's why that scripture say folly is set in great dignity, man. Because you would think, all right, Jacob be doing stuff for money. It's not even about money with these niggas. It's clout. It's just a moment of fame, you know?
And to land back on what you're saying with them Generation Z, you know, they don't have the means to be able to generate themselves to be able to make money. They're not programmed like that. So being able to obtain attention through social media is the easiest form of what they can gravitate to and pull to, you know, because now what, everybody has a phone, you know, even the poorest kid in the hood got a phone, so that's the easiest thing that they can gravitate to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That whole thing as far as them trying to get up and get a job, nah, they're too fucked up in the game to even get themselves up. That's what I'm saying. Like, if this place had to continue on, man,
Nah.
and then if we had to, say we was in the system, we had to depend on Social Security and all this other stuff, and depend on them to pay the way, we'd be all fucked up.
Hey, the Lord has to bring it in to the highway of things, which is the internet of things. He has to bring it into it because, hey, brother Shapal, You know the guy I'm talking about. These children today, they're not even seeking. All right, you got some that get into the field to be basketball players. That's still an avenue. Football players, the sport world. But kids, you don't even see them in the park filled up like it used to be when we was growing up. You come to a park, you like, damn, I ain't gonna never get in. But it was that many people there. It ain't parks over here, this shit's empty as hell. 5 people just playing or some shit, whatever, playing a rough. but my oh, my bad. 21 then. Fuck. Yeah, but my point is that shit. No, that's all good.
They're not YouTube.
Oh, yeah, because you got children today that they don't want to do shit but become YouTube celebrities, and that's because it's so easy. All you gotta do is sit before a camera, put something in front of everybody, and act foolish. But yo, my son, man, he watches these YouTube videos, and when I was his age, I always say, like, man, I was outside. I was riding my bike, I was up around the hill. My father had to find where I was at. But they watching these shows, and then it'd be game shows and all, and I'm watching this shit with them, and I see the guy just saying, oh, yeah, oh, it's like, yo, this shit, how can you listen to this shit all day? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, man, nowadays, and the dude that imitate basketball players, you know what I'm talking about? He said, he got before the camera, he wanted to thank his fans. He said, look, he said, I'm thankful for you guys, because when I was in school, my teacher said I wouldn't amount to nothing or something like that. And then he said, I did find my way. I'm a YouTuber. Like, so everybody want to YouTube and blog and all that. I mean, it's a neat way to make money, but it's killing people. It's killing Jake. It's killing society in general, man. Because nobody is doing nothing hands-on. We already got cell phones. Nobody's penciling, doing math the way they used to. You know, if you lose your phone, you lost your whole world. You know. So in this place, the Lord said the fashion of this world have to pass away, man. It's gonna pass away because this can't be furthering yourself in this future. This is the utopia of Esau's mind fantasy that everybody gonna be chipped. We all just a bunch of sheeple, zombies. If you watch the movie Gamer with the guy that played as the Spartans, he had the beard, the one that played as Spartan, the movie, and he played in the movie The Gamer, and everyone was basically an avatar. And what it was that the elites would have, you know, to sit on the outside, but everybody here in the world was just avatars. You know, if you fuck up, then you become part of the system. So in the gamer world, which is the movie, he had a chip in him that somebody else was actually, because he was supposed to have been a criminal, he did wrong, according to their society, that now you have to you could have went to jail with the life, but according to that movie, now somebody could have control over your life. And you could play in this game, which is life and death, which it was like kind of like Call of Duty, you know what I'm saying? And then, you know, you watch the movie and shit. But that's the way Esau mind is, man. You know?
This is Proverbs chapter 15, verse 21. It says, folly is joy to him, right? And I just want to start right there because when you check out joy is like happiness, man, all right? Now you got the men of the Lord, the hopeful elect. We find joy within these scriptures, man. As we read the stories, all right, about our true heritage, we come together, you know, week in and week out. This is actual joy to us, man. I know when I go out, you know, do lessons, all right, within the wilderness and stuff, that's joy, it's peaceful, it's, you know, it brings happiness up to me, man. But guess what? It says, Proverbs 15:21, folly is joy to him that is destitute of wisdom. So that same happiness that we happen to find, you know, we link up once a week. This is joy to me, man. You know, and then we go back to our fucking hell, the six next days, man. So the same joy that we find in coming in the spirit of BaHaSham is the way they go to obtain joy is to be fucking niggas, man. It's to be attention whores. That's how they get that same craving, you know. That's how they go about to achieve their joy. But guess what? That joy, to achieve it that way, comes with a price, man. You know, which is your life. Right.
And if I may add to you, like that whole famous, you know, that goes into famine, which means hungry.
Yeah.
You know, what are you hungry for? Attention. Right. You know, that's what that whole term comes from.
I can bring out precepts.
Hey, real quick, before you get that, shalom to the brother on the comment board, Qadash. He said EMP attack could put an end to all of that. You know?
And they say things like that happen suddenly, man. And even scriptures say, man, suddenly shall a sown place be unsown, man, and everything runs off of technology.
Yeah.
You know?
Big computer virus, man. That happened. That happened before when YouTube went down. Everybody was like hitting each other up. Yo, YouTube working. Yo. Everything's gonna turn upside down. And that's brothers in the truth. We're just trying to figure out what's going on. Imagine like a YouTuber that puts all their effort and livelihood into YouTube, man.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be good.
Yeah.
I'll finish this up. It says, folly is joy to him that is destitute of wisdom, but a man of understanding walketh uprightly.
But a man of understanding walketh uprightly, man. And that's why, you know, we do these shows for brothers to build their faith and, you know, to edify, man. Basically to edify, man. To build. And that's what? Building upon the faith. You know, because like the brother said, the EMP attack, man, can you know, just imagine. The Lord said count the cost. You know, yeah, like the brother Napash said, you know, that we'll be trying to figure out what's going on, but, you know, we'll understand that, look, it's that time. The Lord said, you have no need that I write unto you. Yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night, man. That's why these scriptures is bad, man. Hey, I want to make mention too, the apostles, elder apostles of GreatMillStone, Apostle Tahar Rumlab, you know, Bar, they put out a notice that Rawchaa, you know, the elders put out a notice that there was a breaking news quarantine, man. You know, so that's something to be watching for, seeing the elders, if they put more news up about it, get into it, you know. So that's how close we are. The quarantine, you know, they quarantine you off. That's all the plagues. Hey, because we going to see some plagues, man. You know, like the movie Contagious. Hey, them things it's gonna happen, man, at a rapid rate where people gonna die, man. You know, so once these things take place and they're happening, there's no need for the Lord to write unto us. Ourselves know perfectly. You know? And Esau's the devil. And he's been revealed. Mask off.
Anybody got anything else?
Just real quick. This is Job 18:5. Yea, the light of the wicked shall be put out, and the spark of his fire shall not shine. The light shall be dark in his tabernacle, and his candle shall be put out with him. The steps of his strength shall be straightened, and his own counsel shall cast him down, man. And his own counsel is going to cast this man down, man, because you think of yourself to be of a good case, man, because you think you're ahead. You think that you have this whole agenda set up, man, and it's going to backfire on you.
Hey,
Right?
but that, you know, that you know, land back. Esau's strength is his technology, his weapons. But I think I think it's like Ezekiel 39, how it says, one of the things that we're going to be doing and ushering in the kingdom is, you know, burning down Esau's technology, man. And you watch all these, you know, all these movies like Book of Eli. Once Babylon falls, it's going to go back to the old ancient ways, man. All right, and it's going to be forgotten Esau's technology. Why? Because spiritual powers is going to be in effect.
That's
man.
right.
You know, you got it, huh?
And this is that this is like verse 8, man. This is that wild e coyote scripture right here, because it says, "For he is cast into a net by his own feet, and he walketh upon a snare." You know, when you go, I use that analogy all the time. When you go back to the roadrunner, wild e coyote always trying to set a snare for the roadrunner, which is I say represent Esau and Jacob. He's trying to set the snare, okay, and he ends up getting caught in his own trap. His own trap. You see, you know, right? Right? The jinn shall take him by the heel. Okay, the jinn is a seer, and there goes to Jacob and Esau, man, grabbing Esau by the heel, man. You know, and the robber shall prevail against him.
Yahawashi.
Yep. Right? The snare is laid for him in the ground, and a trap for him in the way. Terror shall make him afraid on every side, and shall drive him to his feet. You see, because everything that you're doing right now is going to start to backfire you, man. He can't see if the walls are closing in on him. He can't see that he's stirring up indignation. The other nations are stirring up indignation against him, man. We see it. We see that the tension
between his own European Union. We see it, you know, right? It says, his strength shall be hunger bitten, and destruction shall be ready at his side, man. Because these other countries, man, and you got bigger fish to fry, man, than to worry about us, man. We're just telling you what it is. You see? Right? It shall devour the strength of his skin, even the firstborn of death shall devour his strength, man. That's Yahawashi, man. Okay? It's going to devour his strength, man. You know? That's it, though.
That's right.
Anything else?
Hey, real quick, brother Qadash put a few scriptures. I'm gonna read the first one. He put Luke 21:36. Watch ye therefore and pray always that ye may be accounted worthy to escape all these things that shall come to pass and to stand before the Son of Man. You know, that's powerful, man. You know, because we hope that we are the hopeful elect. And that we're the Lord Most High, Yahawashi show mercy unto us, man, for all the works that we do, you know. And he put another one, Psalms 141:10. Let the wicked fall into their own nets, whilst that I will escape. I will escape. All right. This is Proverbs 28:10. Whoso causeth the righteous to go astray in an evil way, he shall fall himself into his own pit. But the upright shall have good things in possession. You know? You got it, huh?
Yeah, so with that, you know, we hope the second was edifying. You know, let's get into a mask off. Esau being revealed. You know, your time has come, Esau. There's no other way to put it. Your time has come. The jig is up, as they say. You know what I'm saying? So you about to cough up all of the riches. And you're going to definitely pay us reparations, not in the form of money, but in the form of us taking it out your ass, man. You know what I'm saying? Spiritually speaking, as of right now, but when the Lord comes, man, that's when the physical ass whooping is going to take place, man. You know what I'm saying? So with that, the second one's edifying. I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to
Yahawah, BaHaSham, Yahawashi, BaHaSham, Qadash.
Double one, this is the apostle, that was a GreatMillStone, and shalom to like out there, doing the work of faith and live with love, true sincerity. Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom to the brothers on the common board.
Yeah, shalom, brothers. Stay tuned.